This is Coffee with God, and I am Father Jose. Let us begin this day with the Word of God and a short reflection.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew, chapter 20, verses 17 to 28. The passage is taken from the Message version of the Bible. Jesus, now well on the way up to Jerusalem, took the 12 off to the side of the road and said, "Listen to me carefully. We are on our way up to Jerusalem. When we get there, the Son of Man will be betrayed to the religious leaders and scholars. They will sentence him to death. They will hand him over to the Romans for mockery and torture and crucifixion. On the third day, he will be raised up alive." It was about that time that the mother of Zebedee's brothers came with her 2 sons and knelt before Jesus with a request. "What do you want?" Jesus asked. She said, "Give your word that these 2 sons of mine will be awarded the highest places of honor in your kingdom, one at your right hand, one at your left hand." Jesus responded, "You have no idea what you are asking." And he said to James and John, "Are you capable to drink the cup that I am about to drink?" They said, "Sure, why not?" Jesus said, "Come to think of it, you are going to drink my cup. But as to awarding places of honor, that's not my business. My Father is taking care of that." When the 10 others heard about this, they lost their tempers, thoroughly disgusted with the 2 brothers. So Jesus got them together to settle things down. He said, "You have observed how godless rulers throw their weight around, how quickly a little power goes to their heads. It's not going to be that way with you. Whoever wants to be great must become a servant. Whoever wants to be the first among you must be a slave. That is what the Son of Man has done. He came to serve, not be served, and then to give away his life in exchange for the many who are held hostage." The Gospel of the Lord.
Reflections on the Holy Gospel according to St. Matthew chapter 20, verses 17 to 28. Jesus strides ahead toward Jerusalem. He knows what awaits him in Jerusalem and has already spoken to his disciples about his impending torture, suffering, and death. Jesus says that the religious leaders of the Jewish people will condemn him to death and hand him over to the Gentiles, and he will be killed. Who would dare to walk up to his enemies when one is certain that they would kill them? But Jesus is not scared of the sufferings that awaits him. It is a profound teaching about suffering. When we try to avoid sufferings at all costs, we will spend a lifetime running, but it will catch up with us anyway. Then we will be the unwilling victims of suffering. But when sustained by the example and the grace of Christ, we choose to face the sufferings of our life head on, and we become heroes of faith. The disciples are bent on becoming heroes in the kingdom of Jesus. The desire of James and John to have important positions ahead of the rest of the 10 under the reign of Jesus was not well received by the rest. There was a potential threat of division among them. Jesus grabs the opportunity to give an essential teaching on humility. You want to be great, says Jesus, then change your attitude. Quit thinking about how much status you have over the other people. Quit thinking about how much more intelligence or academic degrees you have over others. Quit thinking in terms of how much ability you have to manipulate and control the results. Quit thinking about how much a position you hold in relation to others and how many people you can command from that position. It doesn't matter what family or clan you belong to, or how long you have been a member of the church, or even how much better you could lead than those in the current leadership. Without love and a heart to serve, those things are all worth nothing. The lives of the apostles in the early church were examples of the lessons learned from the Master. Their desire to be great and powerful was to be channeled into service and relationships. The example of Jesus, who taught to wash one another's feet, transformed them to be at the service of the community. Greatness in God's kingdom comes through humility and service. The Lenten season reminds us to seek humility and service and be like Jesus. Let us challenge ourselves to live out the Word of God today by finding ways to serve others.